What's good, everyone? My name is Mary Kay and welcome to Mary Kay Confidential. Today's video is all about my first month of recovery after a lipo BBL surgery. If that's a topic that you're interested in, please stay tuned. Y'all, I'm so excited to share this video with you all. I have so much to talk about, but we're gonna separate them into different videos because I know you don't want to be here all day. Okay, I know you got things to do. So this particular video is all about just my recovery and how I've been feeling from week to week. I will scatter some pictures and videos throughout this video, so y'all make sure to watch the whole video, okay? And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Before we dive into my recovery, I'm going to insert maybe some pictures or clips and let you see what my body looked like before surgery. Also, to give you the particulars, I live in the DMV area. I did my surgery here locally. I wanted to recover in the comfort of my own home, so that is what I did. I am a higher BMI. My BMI was 36. My doctor really doesn't like to take over 35, but the way my body is structured, he was okay with my weight. I'm blessed to have some good friends who were able to come and take care of me for my first week. After the first 8 days, I've been by myself primarily. Of course, I have friends here that check on me, but I've primarily been doing everything on my own, and it's been a journey. All right, guys, so if anyone watched my video where I talked about the fact that I was going to get the surgery, then you recognize this clip from that video. This is where I showed you the exact reason why I want to get lipo. I have PCOS, and PCOS makes belly fat loss extremely hard and belly fat gain extremely easy. So that is the main reason I wanted to get the lipo, because this stomach was just, it was not going anywhere on its own. As much as I tried to work out and eat healthy, it was just like, nah, we sticking around, sis. We sticking around. And I'm showing you my butt. So I was kind of heavy at the top part of my butt, and then I have an indention. I'm going to turn around a little more. You'll be able to see it. And he actually, the part that I just ran my hand across, he actually lipoed the top part of my butt. You'll be able to see that later in a clip later on in this video. He lipoed the top and he filled in the indention. I am definitely not proud of these pictures, but I wanted to be as authentic as possible and show you what I really looked like prior to surgery. As you can see, I had bad hip dips, the PCOS, tons of belly fat, and just not sexy. Not sexy at all. And depending on what I was wearing and the angle in which you saw me determine, whether or not you really could see the fact that I was as heavy as I was. On the day of my surgery, I had to be there at 5:30 in the morning. My surgery was at 7:30. My surgery day went very smoothly. It's funny looking back on it because I didn't get nervous until they came to get me and put me on the bed to take me to the operating room. I was starting to get a little nervous, but I didn't verbally say anything, but I guess they're so used to the drill, like they know that's when people get nervous. The anesthesia lady was like, I'm gonna put a little something in your IV. It's just gonna relax you. The next moment I was waking up in recovery. So she lied to me, okay? She didn't just put something in to relax me. This is immediately after getting home from surgery. As you can see, my hip dips are gone and my butt is fuller, and here's all the foam compression that was going on up under this faja. When I got home, I guess I was still so doped up that I was like, I feel fine. Like, of course, my stomach feels tender. My butt feels super tight and stiff. My hips feel tight and stiff. But I'm fine. I'm not really in pain. I'm just like tender. So day 2 is when things got real. Number 1, I had a very sore throat. Some people, they say like their face is swollen the next day. I didn't experience facial swelling, but I did have a sore throat for probably day 2 through 4. So definitely get you some throat drops, cough drops, whatever, because you're gonna need them. From my understanding, they put a tube down your throat, you know, during the surgery for the anesthesia. That's how you end up getting a sore throat. Week 1 is mostly you're laying down a lot and you're trying to get comfortable. That pretty much sums up week 1. Day 2 is also when I had to go number 2 for the first time. It was a tragedy. The first time I had to go to the bathroom was probably the only bad part of my recovery. Not the actual going to the bathroom part. That wasn't the bad part. The bad part was my toilet seat sits low. If you get nothing else from this video, if your toilet seat sits low, if your toilet itself sits low, get an extender. Because not only are you weak after surgery, but you're stiff. And it took me a few moments to like actually get down to the toilet because I was just stiff. And it took me forever to get enough strength to pull myself up. I think that's what really did it for me, was trying to pull myself back up. It took a few minutes. And it was a very humbling experience because I told my homegirl that was helping me, I said, the one thing I do not want you doing for me is when I have to go number 2, I want to go by myself. I don't want you trying to wipe me, none of that. Listen, it made me real humble real fast because not only did I need help getting up and down, I was too stiff to I needed help cleaning myself up. Like I said, it was a very humbling experience. And it took forever to get my faja back on. I got lightheaded. At first I thought I got lightheaded because of having the faja off too long, but really I think it was me pulling myself back up off of that toilet. I had to tell my friend, like, hold on, let's pause. I need to go like rest my head for a minute. Like I had a stack of pillows on my bed and I just had to go collect myself, okay? Because at that moment I was questioning my ability to make life decisions. Why did you do this to yourself? Is this really what recovery is gonna be like? Because if it is, then we go back 2 days because this ain't gonna work. After I got myself together, I immediately hopped on Amazon and ordered a toilet seat extender because we were not going through that again. And I had to get a little inventive as to how I did number 2. We're not even gonna talk about it. We're just not gonna talk about it, okay? We're just not gonna talk about how yeah. Let me tell you, in week 1, let me show y'all my best friend. This right here was my best friend. I still use it to this day. You cannot really bend that far. Like you can bend like here. That's it. Like you're stiff and you're sore all over. So you can't really grab things, right? And I don't know about you, but I'm a very clumsy person. I probably touched this more than I touched my phone in that first week because any and everything that was on the floor and I needed it, I couldn't get it on my own. And I'm a very independent person. So even though I had help the first 8 days, a lot of things I still wanted to do on my own. I was using this grabber so much that I said to myself, what if this breaks and I'm here by myself and I need to get something, like, look, what if my phone drops on the floor? What am I gonna do? Cause I can't bend and get it. So y'all, I got another one. Female urinal. Listen, I got the little ones that you just put down there and you aim in the toilet. I put one of those in a Ziploc bag in my purse. I barely go anywhere, but if I need to go somewhere and I have to use the bathroom, I have that in my purse just in case. But I'm gonna put the one on the screen that I use. Baby, let me tell you, bump all that trying to like aim for the toilet. This has been my best friend for using the bathroom. I stopped my pain meds on day 8 because I didn't want to get addicted to the pain meds, but I did switch from my pain meds to my CBD. I use gummies and I use capsules from cbdfx.com. I will link them below. Okay, so let's move on to week 2. Week 2, I started back working from home, and let me tell y'all, it was so hard to get comfortable because I work sitting at a desk all day. So I spent part of the day standing up, part of the day in my zero gravity chair, part of the day in the booty bean bag, part of the day kneeling. Like, I just could not get completely comfortable. I usually work just 9 to 5, but I would work from probably like 9 to 1, then take a couple of breaks and then another break and then log in later that night, like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. and work for like an hour or two. So that way I stayed on top of my work, but I still got ample rest in there because my body was just, it was like, what are you doing? We still want to rest. Week 2, week 3, still a lot of inflammation in my pooch and flank area, which, you know, it's just gonna take time to work that down. With the inflammation, I didn't show y'all my gummies. This is the brand that I was telling you about, the CBD FX. These are the gummies. I wanted to try this one because it has turmeric in it, but I had already been using their capsules in the past. But y'all listen, these products are legit, okay? Get you some, get into it, okay? Well, the other thing that my massage place told me to do to help with the inflammation was combine 3 teas together. So I got this directly from my massage place. This is a turmeric tea. They also sell pineapple tea, but they were out of it. So this is not the brand that they sell, but I was able to find the pineapple tea on Amazon, and I had already ordered the arnica tea. So I'm probably gonna try the pineapple tea from my massage place and see, you know, which one I like the flavor of better. They might taste exactly the same, but every morning I boil about 6 cups of water, and I combine all 3, let those soak for a while, and I just drink the tea throughout the day and drink a lot of water as well. That's gonna help all 3 of those, the turmeric, the arnica, and the pineapple, all help with the inflammation. I started driving on day 15 with my little BBL pillow. It's one of the ones that go between like your knee and your mid thigh. Week 3 was a little tough for me, not physically, but more mentally, because in week 3, I started questioning myself, like, should I have got a tummy tuck instead of just lipo, you know, for my pooch area, because it's taken a while to go down. I kind of felt some type of way, like, well, you know, when people have a tummy tuck, they pretty much come off the table flat. You know, I'm having to work a little harder because I only had the lipo. When I went to see my doctor for my 3-week post-op, he took my stitches out, and I did ask him, I was like, you know, realistically, how much further do you think this lower stomach area is going to go down? Because he told me he was not going to be as aggressive because I have stretch marks there. If the surgeon is too aggressive in an area that has stretch marks, it could have like this lumpy look afterwards. So he didn't go too aggressive. He did say I should expect my pooch to go down at least 50% more, if not further. So he told me, you know, just be patient. It's gonna go down. Just keep doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, and it's going to go down. I'm like, okay, doc, if you say so. Also in week 3 is when I really started experiencing some itching. Itching is, you're going to experience itching with lipo because it's your body's way of saying it's healing. I do have 2 products that I use to help control the itching. I have some Gold Bond lotion. So this is good for, it's triple action relief for extra dry and itchy skin. So I got this mainly because, number 1, I was experiencing some dryness of my skin, but also it has 0.5% menthol. So, you know, it kind of has like that icy hot feeling to it or whatever. And I also have from the CBD company, I wanted to try their new balm stick. So this is actually just like a cooling, relaxing feel to it. And then the Gold Bond is like a tingly feel. Both of those products are greatly helping with my itching because ain't nobody got time, because At the rate that I was itching, I was not gonna have any skin left. So I had to do something. Moving on to week 4, I would have to say that my energy level is back to normal. My strength is back to normal, and I can actually bend and get things off the floor. Now, sometimes it's mental. Sometimes I still want to use my little grabber tool because sometimes it's just like, I'm not in the mood to do, no, I don't feel like it. Where's my grabber? But I can actually reach down and get things off the ground without my grabber if I want to. My hips are still stiff. Of course, I'm still dealing with some inflammation. It's gonna take a while to get rid of the inflammation in the abdomen area, but my stomach is so much smaller than where I started from. And I'm, gonna insert clips as well of what I look like today. All right, so this is what I'm looking like 1 month post-op. Surgery was February the 5th. Today is March the 5th. So as you can see, I am very, very curvy in the hips. Very, very curvy. Still some inflammation in my pooch and my flank area, which was to be expected because that's where I was the heaviest. And as you can see, my booty is no longer, it no longer has an indentation, okay? It's just, it's boom bow. And y'all, it's not even soft yet, so I have no idea how big it's gonna get. I do have on underwear because this is an open crotch faja, and I didn't want y'all to, see all my business, all my goodies, you know what I mean? Let's talk a little more in depth. My surgeon uses drains. So I had 2 drains in my groin area. They are pretty much like completely healed, like you can barely feel them at this point. I had a drain in the top of my back. That one's still taking some time to seal up, and I had one at the top of the butt. That one is healing pretty good. As far as stitches, I had stitches in my belly button, stitches here, and stitches in the crack of the butt. I did not have fat added to the bottom, like, this is my natural cuff, and he actually lipoed across the top part because, and I'll see if I have a good picture that I can insert to show you. I already had hips, right? But it's like my hip did this weird thing where it came out and then it went way back in, and then it was like just straight from here. So all of this is where he added fat. This is all added fat, but he took away across here to give me a better silhouette once everything drops into place. So all of this right through here is still very, very, very tight. It's no longer stiff because it was stiff in the beginning, but it's still very, very tight. So that is where I am at 1 month post-op. Part of me was like, I wish he was a little more aggressive here, but it's only a month. It takes 3 to 6 months to fully heal. So we'll see what I'm looking like at that time. I do take my faja off for at least an hour every day. If I keep it off too long, let's say I go 1.5 hours to 2 hours, like my stomach starts feeling really weird, like, okay, I need my faja back on. As far as my butt, my skin is still very, very tight. So it's gonna, I don't know when the fluff area is gonna come, but she need to come on. Now, the last day or two, I've been feeling kind of like a pull going on, and I think that's probably my skin trying to stretch to accommodate the fat. My hips are a little tender, but they're no longer stiff, so I'm no longer walking like a robot. I'm still having to be very gentle with myself. So that concludes how I felt from week to week. I'm going to do a separate video on fajas and compression, on my supplies, comfort items, so look forward to much, much more in these next few weeks on my journey. I want to conclude this video by saying, love yourself. Honestly, this has been something I wanted to do for a very long time for myself. And now that I've done it, I had plenty of times that I doubted, like, maybe you shouldn't do this, this might not be the right thing for you. Even after I scheduled the surgery, I kept doubting myself, like, you sure this is something that you need to be doing? But honestly, I did this for no one but myself. And now when I look at myself, I'm finally a physical reflection of how I always saw myself. And I had no desire to look like Instagram model or a video vixen, or I just wanted to be more comfortable in my own skin. And I am so happy that I did this for myself, because I feel so good about myself. Like, I already felt, good about myself. I don't mean it like that, but I just feel so much better. Like, I look the way I want to look now. Like I said, I still have some inflammation and things I need to work on, but I am already very pleased with how I look at this time. And I plan to continue to eat healthy, take good care of myself, because that's what life is all about. Like, love yourself. Self-love is everything. I'm at a point in life where I'm blessed to just be peaceful. Like, I have a peaceful life, and it wasn't always that way. It took a lot to get to where I am in life. Blessed beyond measure to be at a point to where I could, number one, financially do this for myself, as well as I was in a good mental, physical space. I had wonderful friends and support system to help me through this journey. I had a couple friends who were like, why would you want to do this? And it was like, okay. Like, I listened to them, I allowed them to get their thoughts out, and I just didn't talk to them about the surgery anymore, because whose money is it? Is it mine or is it yours? Whose body is it? Is it mine or is it yours? So yeah, just be, cautious who you talk to about doing surgery. I've had great support. I was even hesitant to post the first video about the surgery, but I did receive positive feedback, which I appreciate. Those of you who took the time to watch that video, as well as those of you who provided feedback for me. It was all positive, and I appreciate the love. Shout out to Christina, shout out to Jordan, two of my closest friends who came to take care of your girl, okay? I could not ask for better friends. I love you all to the moon and back. If you all have any questions, comments, concerns, be sure to list them below. Your girl will respond. Stay tuned for more videos about this journey, and I'll catch you in the next video.